Rod with True Boxing Heads here with Edwin La Bomba Rodriguez, man. How you doing?
Over here, man, Rod with E-Rod. You know how it is.
Nice, man. It's good to see you coming out and showing support to the true Adam Lopez, man. How far do y'all go back?
You know, me and Adam been working together back when he was with us in Houston, Texas with Ronnie Shields. Yeah. He was actually my roommate. Go way back. You know, I smack him around a little bit, you know, like my little brother. But, you know, you got to show support. He's a kid that has a ton of talent, a lot of power. You just got to polish. You got to polish a little bit. But you know, I believe a lot in this kid, and I know that he's gonna do really well in the world of boxing. Got a lot of power, tough kid. So you know, I just want to be able to be there and show him support, so he knows how good he really is.
Yeah, nice. We definitely see what you see. And he's kind of a clown, man. He's a funny kid, man. So what's that like being roommates when y'all go back down at Houston?
It's pretty crazy, you know. He be writing some crazy shit on Twitter. You never understand because in person he doesn't talk at all.
Yeah.
You know. But like once you get to know him a little bit, and then you go to his Facebook page or his Twitter page, and you're like, hold on, that's little Adam that's saying this crazy shit. But you know, he's a cool kid, real good kid. Very good boxer as well. So.
Definitely. And you look like you're in shape, man. You're still hitting the gym. I know you've been off for a while. So what have you been up to?
Yeah, I've been off for a little bit, but I've been working. You know, I had a little elbow surgery since after the Andre Ward fight. I have bone chips. I got about 13 bone chips removed from my elbow. I'm completely healed. I had something on May 24th on HBO that fell through against Marcus Johnson. You know, so been a couple of things have been falling off, but it looks like I'll be back on October, middle of October. Still working little details and stuff like that, but I'm hoping that I get the fight and keep moving forward. But I'm working. I'm down here in Houston, Texas, working with Ronnie Shields. You know, I took some time to go visit my family in Dominican Republic that I haven't seen for a long time.
Nice.
So, and training at the same time as well too. So, and I'm healthier. I'm healthier than I was before. I'm coming in camp a lot healthier. So it's gonna be, and I'm fighting a little 175 my next fight, so I'm not gonna be struggling, leaving everything in the gym, you know, having really good sparring sections, and then going to the fight and not showing up. You know, it was a little bit stressful. So I'm moving up, and if I do fight at 68 again, it'll be I'll be healthy and I'll be strong.
So I'm taking it this time off is rehabilitating in a good way.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, that's what I'm doing. I was just, you know, just seeing life as a whole and my goals in boxing and outside of boxing.
Okay.
Family-wise and everything else, I was able to put everything together, and you know, I feel like I'm relaxed, more better person now than I was before. And you know, now I could just sit down and focus 100% on boxing and being a world champion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. What do you think about the division now that, you know, it's been kind of changing and there's some new players coming into the equation?
I think it's a lot of fun. I think that you know, there's a lot of fight for me at 68. There's a lot of fight at 75. A lot of great champions at 175 with Donna Stevenson being the main guy right there right now, along with Bernard Hopkins and Kovalev. You know, so all big fights that are there for me to be made. And then you have you know, Sakio Bika just lost his title, but still a good fight back in 68. Might be moving up to 75. I'm willing to get that fight as soon as possible. Devereux just won that title. That's a great fight. That if I'm able to make 168 healthy again, you know, I would know in the future, a little bit more in the future. You know, that's a fight that I would love to have. You know, there's a lot of fights to be made there. So.
All right, and going back to that Ward fight, you know, he has that weird style, that mauling, grab you, and hit you. It's a tough style to deal with. What did you take out of that fight?
You know, as dumb as it sounds, I felt like even though I wasn't 100% and it looked like, you know, I lost pretty decisively. I know that I belong on the elite level. You know, Andre was a really difficult fighter. He does a lot of good things that nobody else does in the ring, so it's really hard to prepare for it. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys that beat you with the holding and hitting you in the inside. You know, I remember when I was first fighting with him, you know, the first couple of rounds, I felt like he was holding to you know, survive or something. Not that I hit him with anything significant, but that's how they felt like he was holding. But then, you know, later on in the fight, I realized that he's just trying to hold to gain position. You know what I mean? Like we're doing MMA or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's good at it. So,
yeah.
You know, he just does a lot of things that nobody else does.
Yeah, it's a weird style, and it's kind of like a young Bernard Hopkins style.
I fought him for 12 rounds, and I still can't figure it out.
Yeah, so what do you think of that Hopkins fight? What's your take on Hopkins-Kovalev? It was a fight that people didn't think was going to happen. What do you think about that?
I actually got Hopkins for that fight.
Yeah.
just based on Hopkins' style. You know, he does a lot of things that Andre Ward does, but he's a little older and he's smart. You know what I mean? Not that Andre Ward isn't smart, but you know, I think it's just a whole different level. Experience-wise, so I think that Hopkins is going to be very similar to the Kelly Pavlik fight, based on, you know, stylistically. You know, Kovalev is a big puncher. So was Pavlik back then, and you know, he was able to outbox him and make him look silly. And I think that he has the power to be able to do that to a guy like Kovalev.
Yeah, very interesting fight. Maybe you could get in the mix, and
Hey,
now that you're now back 100%.
I would love to, you know, like I said, there's a lot of big fights, 175 and 68 that I'm willing to make. Hey, I fought the best guy, I won 68 already. Who the fuck is you know what I mean?
No
I'm
shame.
ready
Yeah,
for anybody, so let's get it.
yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate your time, and it's good to hear that you're rehabilitated and you're in shape right now. And
Thank you, appreciate it.
definitely looking forward to your return. And you have a good night, brother.
Thank you, brother. All right, be easy.